Well, what is going on, everybody? Today I bring you a brand new deck, and it is built around Water, Bulwark, Invoker, and Granite. Here you can see the list of units that I use. I just wanted to clarify something because I wasn't sure about it the other day, but now I know. Tiers matter. So, for example, right here, if you have a 30 cost weapon, two of them, and there's a tier 2 and a tier 1. The tier 1 seems like it's doing more damage with the ability right here, 365. Compared to 340. So it seems kind of weird that the lower tier would do more damage. But if you actually go into the details, you can see that the stats are way better. Just an example, 89 health, and let's take ability power, omega power as well, 100. And then if we go to the tier 1 gauntlet right here, we can see way less health. It's still the same omega power, but overall the fighting stats will be stronger on the higher tier. And that goes, the same goes for the armaments right here. So if you're picking a suit, if you can, you should try to pick a high tier suit. For example, the tier 5 suits right here are way better than the other ones, but if it doesn't fit you, I would still prefer to take a tier 4 suit that fits your composition instead of just playing the tier 5 suit for a little bit more power. Alrighty, let's jump right into the game. I'm gonna play some ranked. I lost some rating because the empath teams, and I tried to figure out a way around the empath teams and find a counter pick, and this is what I came up with. And so far it has been working really well versus full heal empath teams because they just have no damage, right? They're all about sustain, but my team is all about that late game scalability, that late game damage. So the empath team wants to drag the fight forever, but I want to drag the fight forever, and I will have infinite damage in the late game just one-shotting those empaths. So this team is really good versus the full empath enemy team. And that's your rock, paper, scissors in Illuvium, right? You have the full damage compositions that counter the full healing compositions, and the full healing compositions counters the half healing, half damage compositions, the balanced ones, and the balanced ones kind of counter the full damage compositions again. So it's kind of this circle. There is more different tech strategies between those, but those are the main points. Alrighty, we are versus Shabim from Xborg. Shabim used to be one of the best players in the game, but then he kind of stopped playing for a while. But I'm sure he's gonna be grinding up that leaderboard again and being one of the top players. He got what it takes, and he can, once he commits, he gets really good. So what we got? We got tanks, bulwarks, and we didn't look at the team. That's a mistake I make a lot, that I'm not checking out the team. We can do it later on during the match, so that's not a big problem. Nobody needs Berserker. Right here we have a little stun, which is okay if we want to survive versus their rogues or something, but versus the hidden enemy team, I don't think it's that good. That's really good. Once our hold is vanquished, it gives a lot of energy to the nearest ally. 100% energy. Ah, damn. We didn't pick our last coin, so then it got auto-picked for the first augment, and we didn't really need that. But we got this one, which is nice. But overall, a little bit of a bad start. I'm talking too much, playing too little. But we're gonna be able to have a nice round here. So I'm gonna bring in the Atipo, the Atlas, and also the Kara Blue. So this deck is not really optimized for the early game. As you can see, we have 3 water activated, but no bulwark, no empath. So usually I'm losing round 1. Positioning wise, I don't wanna commit to one corner, so I want to stay a little bit more in the middle and give me more options if he starts over there and stuff happens. I want to have my Atlas in the middle of my Atipo right here, should be in the middle of everybody, giving everybody mana. And yeah, we're just gonna put our 2 tanks right here with a little bit of distance. We also can't forget our weapon. And yeah, there we go, that should be fine. It's basically really important that you leave some space between your Illuvials, because you want to fill it up with other Illuvials maybe later. So you don't want to screw up to, your positioning too much and commit too much to a positioning early on. Right now it's looking actually really good, because we're focusing one enemy right here, and he's focusing 2 of my tanks. So his tank dies before my tank, because we're focusing just on one enemy. But now it's gonna get hard because his units are nature, so he's already hyperactive. giving him extra regeneration. You can check it right here. If you go onto the last tab, the hyperactive tab, you can see what it does. So when this unit becomes hyper, it gains attack speed and also crit reduction, physical and energy resistant. Wonderful, we won round 1. So this is probably gonna be very easy, because from now on we're just gonna be scaling upwards. So what we're gonna do in round 2, we're gonna bring in Goliath and Ep. I'm not very happy about this round 2 turn, because again we're not gaining a lot of power, and we also have to downgrade the armor of our ranger to get in the Ep. So now our ranger is basically useless, and we only have 4 water, 3 bulwarks, so we don't have really much activated. I would like to have the 5 water. We could get it if we bond our ranger right here, but then in the next round we would have to sell the bonded Illuvial to rebond our ranger to be a shock invoker, because that's what we want it to be. Yeah. So this is basically it. Maybe a little bit positioning. Get Ep in the range of Atipo, but not too close. Maybe right here. And the rest should be alright. I really like Goliath though versus the enemy, because now we're countering his nature. We should have put Goliath more in the middle, so to affect all the enemy nature units. Because right here we can see they're still going hyperactive, because they're out of the range of my Goliath. And here with my Goliath, he keeps going hyperactive as well. So my 2 Granite are not countering him enough. He's still in the range to receive all the bonuses from those water units, and he's still loading his hyperactive meter. Not as fast as he used to do. And we're still winning, it seems like. This is great. Slowly grinding up that leaderboard. I still need to hit 2000. I managed to get to 1991. Just 1-2 games away, but then I got countered by those empath teams. But now I'm ready. So basically you want to have those 3, 4, 5 decks ready that each counter each other. So you have that sustain deck, you have that full damage deck, you have that balance deck. And then depending on what the enemies play right now on the ladder, you can swap between them and kind of try to win this rock, paper, scissors game. So next round we are gonna bring the Hydrolinks and the Sephorus. 1 and 2, giving us 5 water, 2 granite, 3 empath, 3 bulwark. And now I actually wanted to bond my ranger, but it doesn't work because none of them will give me shock later on. So I would have to sell and basically lose value. So we're just gonna do nothing with our ranger. The 2 units that we just placed in, they're free to move still. Everything else, if you move it, will cost something. So let's bring our empath close to all the other units, so they give each other mana. And you just can go over here, Sephorus. Now actually, let's keep him in the range of the empaths, so Sephorus gets some mana. That's a little bit the problem with this team up. You have to kind of group up together to actually get all the benefits from your units. My Lynx just disappeared. I'm really sure there was a Lynx right here, and it's gone. Let's write a quick bug report. You press B, then you go to bug. Lynx disappeared. When I... Let's see if it comes back. All the bug report that you write is gonna be saved. So you don't need to stress about it, you can close it again, keep playing and then keep writing on it. Alrighty, we got some good ones here. Affinity, Granite would be nice. I think we might be able to get it with 1 coin since he doesn't want it. This one is really nice to stun the enemy team. Don't really think we need it versus his team. Here again, stunning the enemy 2 times. Oh no, actually giving your furthest ally energy regen and omega power. This is gonna be huge for our invoker team. This is the one that stuns the closest enemy 2 times for 4 seconds. 4 seconds is pretty long. Alright, we got this one. Yeah, he contested this one really good. But we got the Granite, which is nice. And we still have this one, which gives us a lot of energy. So I hope this time the link stays here. Before we send the bug report, we're gonna see if it disappears again. Now we're gonna bring in our Ophisto. Then we have this gauntlet right here. And then we have 20 mastery points left over, so we're gonna bring in our first energy regen augment. All our augments are kind of based around survivability and giving us energy, giving us more casts, because our invokers stack up every time they cast, they get more omega power, so we just need to make sure they cast a lot. So all those augments are for energy gain, or also some for damage for our carries, and a few for survivability for our frontline. Frontline is looking not too good. Goliath should be positioned over here, so we're gonna do that soon. But for now, we're just gonna slap this on a unit that's not likely gonna die. Because you gotta take care with those augments. There is some augments, like this one, gives you something every 5 seconds. So as soon as this Illuvial dies, it's not gonna happen anymore. And with some augments where it says on combat start, you gain this. You gain it on combat start and then it doesn't matter anymore. So you can put it on a unit that will die early on. Looking really good right here. With our links actually back in. Gain back. Submit. Nice. We don't have to put our email in anymore. So the bug reporting goes a bit faster. A little bit automated. Looking at this one, Atlas is doing a great job tanking right here, being hyperactive. Also the same on the left side with our Goliath. And our carries are kind of okay, but this Malura is kind of bugging our Ophisto. So we have to maybe do a little bit of repositioning, bring the Ophisto in a safe spot, and actually let those 3 Empaths tank the Malura. Or something like that. I don't like the Goliath positioning too bad, because he's still gonna shoot a really nice Omega ability. And now, this is the most fun time in the game for me in the match. When you have all your Illuvials placed, everything's ready. Maybe you can still upgrade the weapon and the body armor. But then you're just free to play those augments. And I really like this. So after the hold is vanquished, its 2 nearest allies gain 100 energy and become immune and invulnerable for 4 seconds. This is huge. And this is something we will put on a unit right here, catching the rogues. Or the one rogue. Ah, the Malura is really countering us here. We should move the Ophisto maybe up here. Still in range of our 2 Empaths, giving it mana. Those 2. And then we're gonna move... probably Goliath down south. Seems a bit like an overkill, so maybe just... the Atlas, if I can touch it. Atlas down south, Goliath over here. So now we still have 40 mastery points left. Just gonna slap something on because the time is running out. And actually this is the one we wanted to use on the Atlas. Damn. Made a little mistake there, but it's better than keeping 40 mastery points and maybe losing the round. Just panic. Just panic play anything and get the value on the board. Alrighty, looking really good. Early game, they're not doing any damage yet. We're already killing 2-3 units. Now our Goliath is dying. And now the Malura is again a big problem. Ophisto is safe this time, but since the front line is dead, now he's still in danger. So maybe we should have kept him in the back line right there. I still hope that C4s will be able to ramp up enough to kill everything. You can see right here, Omega power 250 already. So that's huge. I think it starts with 100, but it was not enough to beat him. And basically this Malura is giving us a lot of trouble and we need to position away from it. And that is costing us so many mastery points. So, yeah. Oh, we can't fit him in here. That would have been nice. I am not 100% sure how we should do this. We're just gonna put that app over here. And then the phosphorus laser is hopefully gonna go there. Just gonna reposition him a little bit so really nobody is attacking him. Just the phosphorus omega is hitting him. Granite Affinity is gonna be nice on our front line right here. Just slap this on because we're running out of time. And slap this on because we're running out of time. Aye, see that? 70 mastery points left over? That probably cost us the game. So, even though I've played this game for hundreds of hours, it's still a lot to do every round. So, yeah. Many times I've been caught by the timer. And I've seen many other people also get caught by the timer who are very good at this game. So, make sure to start playing right away when the round is over. Start planning your team and get ready for the next round. It seems like we're kind of getting smashed here. I would still say the 70 mastery points could have made a big difference right here because there's not much left, right? Maybe 2-3 more casts, but that's gonna be it. Jabin took us down with his beautiful bloom deck right here. GG's, well played. That cost me a lot of mastery points, a lot of rating. Damn it! Alrighty, back at it. Back at it again.